confidence of just to trust what you wanted. In addition, like, I feel what's so great about this is giving people the opportunity, but then you're adding a layer to that. It's not just the opportunity, it's also go forth and trust your vision and carry that on to other shows. And that's an even deeper layer I hadn't thought of. That's wonderful. Demaine, you were the producing director for a season. Can you talk about how you worked with the directors coming in?
Yeah, I got the call and couldn't believe it because Ava had already changed my life completely. And then I think when she called and she said that she wanted me to be producing director, I was just straight up like, "But for real though?" Yeah, and I go, "Well, for real?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." And really what I did is it was easy for me to talk to other women about it because I had just done it. So I could just say, "Here's what you want to do. Here's a suggestion. You could do everything within these limits." I changed some of the orientation materials a little bit because when I shadowed Kat Candler, who was producing director on season 2, and then showrunner on season 3, I was like, "That's like 2 takes, right?" She's like, "Yeah, it's 2 takes." So when I did the orientation materials, I'm like, "Oh, I'm putting this in here," so that everybody know, like, generally it's 2 takes, and that's something that everybody should know. You're looking at basically 2 takes, and those actors are hitting it, and it's happening. The whole crew is making it work, and it's a beautiful machine.
How many cameras?
2, 3 for big days, and 1 crane day sometimes. But the thing that I love the most is sometimes someone will come in and it's like they couldn't call action. Like I don't want to do it, but let the AD will do it. I'm like, okay. And then a day would pass and I'd be like, "Why don't you just try it? Just call action, call cut, just yell it out." Like, so to see that progression of people who would just kind of be like, "Okay," and then be like, "Action!" I'm like, "Yeah!" Literally and figuratively, to watch people find their voice was like absolutely, absolutely incredible. And everyone within this beautiful system just thrives. Like, it's exactly like you can't fail. It's not made for you to fail. It's made for you to succeed. And everything that I learned from everyone around you, everyone is so open. Everyone knows that there's a new person who hasn't done this before, so they're just completely like, "At your service. What is it that you want?" And I got there and I was like, "Well, I like to get up there and I come around the side of the sign. Okay, what do you want to do?" And I'm like, "Well, I guess we could use a scissor lift, or don't you want to use a crane?" I was like, "Yeah, I could use a crane." They're like, "Yeah, go use a crane." Like, "Oh my God, I'm using a crane." And then the whole day I'm just like taking photos of the crane. It's amazing.
Next to the crane.
Yeah, put me in the crane. And Kat, what I learned from Kat immediately was just to share everything. Like, she would be like, "Oh, this is the website I go to get my screen grabs. This is where usually I do this. This is how I break down this." There was no like, "I'm keeping this all to me." You know what I mean? It was like, "This is all for you. What do you need? Call me." And I've never had anything like that, and it's changed me completely. So grateful.
I feel in general, women directors are very helpful with each other, and that there's a community where people are being open and generous in that way. And I think part of it is that it used to be a feeling of scarcity, and people didn't, I mean, I think of previous generations was a feeling of you couldn't, there was only one, exactly.
Oh yeah.
And so now, as we're open the doors for everybody, it's just completely changing the mentality, and I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking about the kids in my episode and how all 4 of the squad of Micah's friends, and they were like, "I've never been directed by a man."
By a man.
Wow. That's great. For me, and this is, and I'm sure as we've all moved on to other shows, it is a real responsibility because after leaving Queen Sugar, pretty much every show I go on, I'm
I may be the only woman they've seen
Mm.
for that season. And I'm definitely the only black woman they're gonna see. So it is a huge responsibility for me to kill it. In my mind, it's always like, I am sorry if you came before me, and I'm sorry if you come after me. Because I am going,
Sorry, I don't know this man.
I am going to win. I am going to kill you. And that's how I come into it. And so when I have other women shadowing me and other women there, I'm rooting for them because I know we are judged on that failure if you fail. I don't want you to fail because it just speaks for all of us. And so that's what I wanted to say. That's why I want to help the next lady who comes
That's a
there.
wonderful point, right?
Because they have 100 guys that they can go, oh, you know, there's so many of them, but if they only see one black lady come in here, then if I do shitty, then the next one they're like, well, you know, them black women don't know what they're doing.
Well, it's-
Or the women don't know what
Yeah,
they're
how many
doing.
times people said, oh, we had a woman and she didn't do well.
Right, but you can have
Realize
20
how
of these guys, because as actors, Victoria, you know, we know, would be like, I'm like, he don't know what he doing. But
The caterer knows they don't know what
right,
they're
listen,
doing.
I'll be like, craft service, no, you don't know what you do. But they're okay because they have
And
all
they
the
keep
other guys
working,
who've been
falling
good at
upward.
some point. So it's why I want everyone to succeed.